I don't want to distract from the confusion that we're due to be exposed to with James Tripp.
Wow,
trying to figure out what the fuck he means by the time it's over.
I think I'm pretty clear. I have never eaten grits. I'm not opposed to eating grits, but I'm not going out of my way to eat grits. And I'm certainly not going to eat cheese grits. With all apologies to my farming constituency, dairy is not always my friend. But that's another story. I don't even know what are grits. I know what true grit is, but I don't think that applies in this situation. Although in the movie, I think there was a scene where somebody was eating grits, but it might have just been mush. Although, then it would have been true mush. And that's a different movie altogether.
Yeah.
I never had mush either. Is there a mush constituency? I know there's a mush consistency. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that I don't have a Southern strategy. I have nothing against saying y'all. As a matter of fact, I just said it. It's just that I typically don't say it. I once said blimey, but that was in Southern England. Blimey. Yeah, it's kind of like a Dick Van Dyke interpretation, not very good. But if I was to run for president, and I want to make it perfectly clear that I'm not running, I don't think I would change who I am. Mitt Romney and Newt Gingrich like to pander. Newt's better at it, probably because he looks like a panda. When Mitt panders, you just don't believe him. If a presidential candidate talks to you like you're a redneck, and it doesn't bother you, you might be a redneck. If you know the Ten Commandments better than you know the Bill of Rights, you might be a redneck. Wait a minute, that's not my act. That's an act? Wait a minute. The Republican candidates in this race I'm not in have had their fun in the South, and now they're on to Missouri, Puerto Rico, and Illinois. I wonder if Mitt Romney knows the owners of the Cubs. Rick Santorum, on the other hand, is not too good at pandering. He told a newspaper in Puerto Rico that if the territory wants to become a state, they're going to have to speak English, just like Jesus. I guess that's one way to court the Catholic vote. Of course, maybe his real audience for that remarkable remark was in the States. Maybe he's not as dumb as his religious beliefs. Of course, you have to be pretty dumb to listen to a pope. It's like LBJ said when he signed civil rights legislation. We're going to lose the South until the 2012 election. I'm James Tripp, and I'll be back next week with another Trippitorial.
All right, James Tripp.
Don't
pander.
Don't
Don't pander me.
patronize.
Is it too soon?
No.